Okay, so let's unpack this. Have you ever stumbled upon something online that promises to unlock wealth and abundance instantly? Something captivating, maybe with a story that feels almost like a movie.
All right.
Today, we're diving deep into just such a claim, the Midas Manifestation System.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here is how the Midas Manifestation System presents itself. It talks about, ancient manuscripts, chakra tuning, sacred sound frequencies.
Right.
It sounds like something from a hidden history, a secret key almost. And that immediately raises a big question for us, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Is there any, verifiable truth to these claims? Or is it maybe another program that just relies on a really compelling story but doesn't actually deliver substance?
That's precisely what we're here to unpack. Our mission today is really to guide you through exactly what this system involves, how it claims it works, what you actually get when you purchase it, and importantly, what users are saying. We'll break down the buzz, look into the claims, and hopefully help you understand what might be important for your own journey towards, abundance, however you define that. So let's start with the creator, Vincent. His origin story is quite something. He claims he found hidden knowledge from an ancient manuscript in Egypt, right?
That's the story.
But it sounds like it's not just a simple historical find. It seems wrapped in layers of mystery. Can you tell us a bit more about that narrative he weaves?
Oh, indeed. It's a very compelling, almost cinematic narrative. Vincent's story supposedly involves shadowy groups, connections to the lost Library of Alexandria.
Wow.
And even a pretty dramatic fire that he claims destroyed his office. It all hints at this larger secret around suppressed knowledge, implying maybe powerful forces don't want this info out there.
Okay, so we're talking action movie drama, but with a spiritual core. If we peel back those layers then, what are the fundamental beliefs? What's really at the heart of the Midas Manifestation System?
Well, at its core, the system is built on a fundamental principle. The idea that your consciousness and your vibrational energy directly influence your reality.
Right, the law of attraction kind of idea,
Yeah.
but maybe more specific.
Exactly. Vincent argues that chakras, those energy centers in the body, particularly the root chakra, are directly tied to wealth and abundance. He suggests that by tuning into specific sacred sound frequencies, you can align your energy with prosperity.
And the system details quite specific frequencies, doesn't it? Like, can you explain some of those? I think I saw 369 hertz for money, 528 hertz for healing. How does he claim they create this alignment?
Yes, the system really leans into that. It posits that these precise tones can create specific energetic shifts. So, for example, 369 hertz is tagged as the frequency for attracting money. 528 hertz is often linked to healing and transformation. And 639 hertz is tied to the heart chakra, aimed at fostering love, positive relationships, that kind of thing. The idea is these frequencies act almost like, energetic keys, unlocking your potential in these areas.
What's also interesting is that it seems to go beyond just, vague law of attraction stuff. It brings in broader concepts like the Akashic records, sacred geometry. For those of us who might have heard those terms but aren't sure how they fit here, could you clarify how they integrate into the Midas manifestation claims?
Certainly. So beyond the chakras and frequencies, the system weaves in these other concepts, the Akashic records. They're often described as this universal library or maybe like a cosmic cloud database.
Right, holding all information.
Exactly. Past, present, future, everything. Vincent suggests that by aligning your energy correctly, you can actually tap into this cosmic library, not just for general spiritual wisdom, but specifically to, and this is his term, download prosperity data.
Download prosperity data.
Yeah, almost like getting a direct blueprint for wealth from the universe. It also incorporates sacred geometry manifestation, proposing that certain geometric patterns hold energetic power that can influence reality. These are all presented as maybe the missing link for getting actual tangible results, wealth, health, love, suggesting a deeper, more structured approach than just positive thinking.
Okay, so let's get into the mechanics then.
Yeah.
How does the Midas Manifestation System actually claim to work? I understand Vincent introduces a pretty unique concept.
Yeah.
Something that might surprise people. A 10th chakra.
Ah, yes. This is where Vincent introduces a, let's say, significant departure from the conventional understanding.
Okay.
While most spiritual traditions talk about 7 primary chakras, he claims to have uncovered evidence of a 10th chakra, and he identifies this one as the true root chakra, specifically for money, luck, and prosperity.
So not the traditional root chakra.
According to him, no. He asserts this 10th one has been overlooked, maybe even suppressed. And unlocking this specific chakra, he claims, is the direct pathway to financial abundance. It's almost like finding an extra hidden gear in the system, you know?
That's quite a bold claim.
Yeah.
And to activate these chakras, especially this unique 10th one, the system relies heavily on those sacred sound frequencies we mentioned.
Yes, that's absolutely central to his method.
So how do specific frequencies, like 288 hertz or the 369 hertz one, supposedly interact with these energy centers?
Okay, so for instance, the 288 hertz frequency is tied to the third eye chakra. The aim there is to awaken intuition and mental clarity, which Vincent argues is crucial for, recognizing opportunities.
Makes sense.
Then the 528 hertz frequency, often called the love or healing frequency, is connected with the solar plexus chakra. The idea there is raising your overall vibrational energy. But the ultimate money frequency, according to Vincent, is that 369 hertz.
Right, the main one.
That's linked specifically to his unique root chakra concept. It's said to unlock wealth manifestation and financial stability by essentially retuning your energy fields to attract prosperity.
It certainly presents a compelling vision. And speaking of unlocking things, the system also suggests that with the right vibration and mindset, you can tap into those Akashic records, this universal consciousness, for guidance, even to download prosperity data. He even references historical figures like Edgar Cayce, right, who claimed to channel info from those records.
Precisely. And this is really where the system, blurs the line between spirituality and what some might call pseudoscience. It definitely leans on concepts like quantum manifestation, universal consciousness.
Kind of bridging ancient ideas with New Age science talk.
Kind of, yeah. It attempts to do that.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't offer peer-reviewed studies or hard data, let's be clear, but it builds its case using these compelling historical and philosophical references. It often cites figures like Edgar Cayce, who famously said, "Sound will be the medicine of the future."
Ah, interesting quote.
Or even Albert Einstein, who reportedly stated, "Future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies." So it uses these quotes to illustrate the sort of profound potential of sound and vibration in this context.
Okay, so if someone decides, all right, I'm curious, I want to dive into this, what exactly do they get? You mentioned it's a full package: sound healing for prosperity, chakra alignment, subconscious reprogramming. Walk us through the core components.
Absolutely. So the core of the program is really 5 main audio tracks. Each one is built around a different chakra and tuned with those specific sacred sound frequencies.
Okay, 5 tracks.
First, there's one called Manifest Destiny. This targets the third eye chakra using 288 hertz. The goal is opening intuition, connecting with that universal consciousness.
Got it.
Next is Divine Willingness. This focuses on the crown chakra using 216 hertz, aiming to improve your ability to actually receive abundance.
Okay, receiving.
Then Anahata Bliss uses 639 hertz, the heart chakra frequencies. This is supposed to help release negative patterns and amplify love, which the system frames as vital for attracting prosperity.
Makes sense.
After that, Manipura consciousness is tied to the solar plexus chakra, using that well-known 528 hertz frequency for healing. Here, it's framed as raising your overall vibration and strengthening manifestation energy.
Right.
And finally, the centerpiece track is Midas Unleashed. This one's built around the 369 hertz money frequency. It's focused squarely on the root chakra, or Vincent's version of it, positioned as the core of wealth, luck, and success.
So these are basically guided manifestation meditations using sound.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Blending sound healing with potentially some subconscious influence.
And beyond just the audios, what other materials are included to help guide the user?
You also get the Midas Manifestation Handbook. It's a 118-page ebook. It delves into everything Vincent claims to have decoded, from his ancient manuscript.
So the background stuff.
Right. It covers the Akashic records, manifestation ideas, sacred geometry, vibrational frequency, those specific chakra money connections. It's designed to be the manual, helping you understand the why behind the audios and the system's philosophy.
And there's a bonus too, right? Something about hypnosis.
Yes, that's correct. As a bonus, there's a hypnosis ebook.
Yeah.
It's about 128 pages, and it was apparently co-created with a professional hypnotist.
Okay.
Its purpose is to help you reprogram your subconscious mind for abundance using guided manifestation techniques and hypnotic scripts. It's kind of a handy addition if you're interested in combining hypnosis with law of attraction principles.
And to make it all easy to start, especially for beginners, is there like a clear starting point, a guide?
There is, yeah. The package includes a quick start guide, and this is pretty essential for beginners. It explains exactly which track maybe to listen to first, how often to play them for best results, maybe ideal times of day for subconscious absorption. It ensures you can jump right in and build a routine that fits your life.
Okay, good. So let's talk about the actual user experience. We managed to gather some insights from someone who tested the system pretty diligently following that quick start guide.
Yeah.
They listened, I think, once in the morning, once at night, aiming for about 20, 30 minutes daily for a couple of weeks, cycling through all 5 tracks. What kind of shifts did they actually report? Anything noticeable?
Well, what's really interesting here is, okay, spoiler, they didn't suddenly wake up rich overnight.
Shocker.
Yeah. But they did notice some subtle yet significant shifts. Their focus at work, for example, felt sharper, like some mental clutter had cleared out.
Okay, that's valuable.
Definitely. They also felt more motivated to actually take action on tasks they'd been putting off for ages, finishing paperwork, pitching ideas, even just decluttering the office space. This mental clarity was something they really highlighted as a major benefit.
And it's worth considering, isn't it, that just consistently setting aside that quiet time for intentional listening, using calming audios, that often mirrors mindfulness or meditation practices.
Absolutely. And those practices are well documented to enhance focus, reduce mental clutter. So the system might be tapping into known psychological benefits, really regardless of the specific chakra or frequency claims.
Right. So it wasn't necessarily magic, but it improved their headspace and maybe their drive.
That seems to be the takeaway. It provided a structure for that kind of focused, calming time.
And on a practical level, how easy were the MP3 audios to use, to fit into a daily routine?
Very easy, apparently. User-friendly. They mentioned the audios were calming enough to play before sleep. Sometimes they even dozed off listening.
Okay, so not jarring.
No, exactly. It makes the tracks feel soothing rather than, overwhelming. The overall emotional experience they described was kind of a blend motivation mixed with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Understandable.
Yeah, even with maybe the occasional eye roll at some of the more dramatic claims in the narrative, the consistent practice of carving out that quiet time with these tracks proved grounding. And that in itself can be really powerful.
And Vincent includes personal stories too, doesn't he? About financial shifts, friend successes.
He does. Anecdotes about an unexpected inheritance or friends having a stock market windfall, getting a job promotion. These stories are definitely part of the package, contributing to the positive framing for those who are open to them.
Okay. So when we try to sum up the potential upsides, what are the clear pros of the Midas Manifestation System that stand out?
Well, there are some definite positives. Firstly, I'd say the affordability. Compared to a lot of other manifestation courses out there, which can run into hundreds, even thousands of dollars, the Midas Manifestation System is a one-time payment of just $37. That makes it remarkably accessible if you're just curious, without needing a huge financial commitment.
That's a really low barrier to entry.
Yeah.
And how about just using it day to day?
Its simplicity and flexibility are big pros too. The tracks are just MP3s, right? So you can easily fit them into your routine morning, work break before bed, whatever works. You don't need to dedicate hours. It seems genuinely beginner-friendly, even if you're new to chakra stuff or guided manifestation.
Okay. And if it doesn't quite click for someone, if they try it and think, nah, not for me, is there a safety net?
Absolutely. And this is another significant advantage. The 60-day money-back guarantee. This really offers a risk-free trial. Let's face it, not everyone will resonate with Akashic records or the 369 hertz money frequency idea.
True.
So having 2 full months to try it out and just ask for a refund if it doesn't feel right, that provides genuine peace of mind. You don't always get that with digital products.
That's the wrong point. And finally, there's that less tangible aspect, but often powerful, the motivation factor.
Exactly. For people who are already open-minded, maybe already interested in this stuff, the system can genuinely spark momentum and positive thinking. The blend of the sound healing, the vibrational frequencies, the idea of tapping into something bigger, it can create a powerful sense of possibility, and that can foster a better mindset. Sometimes that mental shift alone is incredibly valuable for prompting positive action in your life. So if we try to connect this to the bigger picture, it's clear the system offers some, compelling potential benefits. But like anything, it also comes with certain considerations that are really important to acknowledge before you jump in.
Okay, on that note then, what are some of those considerations, or let's call them cons, that potential users should really be aware of?
Well, probably the biggest point of discussion is the lack of hard science. Let's be upfront about that. While it uses terms like vibrational frequency for money or sacred sound frequencies,
Right.
there's just no peer-reviewed scientific evidence that directly proves listening to specific frequencies like 369 hertz for money or 528 hertz for healing will directly cause specific financial changes, like in your bank account.
So if you need that scientific proof,
If you're looking for measurable scientific backing, this program doesn't provide it. That's a key thing to understand.
and what about the way it's presented, that dramatic story we talked about earlier? Does that factor in?
I think it does, yeah. The dramatic presentation is definitely a point of consideration. The sales pitch leans pretty heavily on those sort of conspiracy-style narratives, secret societies, lost manuscripts, the alleged office fire.
I like the cinematic stuff.
Exactly. And while that can certainly hook some people and add to the mystique, others might find it a bit over the top, maybe even off-putting or distracting from the actual techniques.
Okay. Given all that, it sounds like managing expectations is key. Are results guaranteed here?
Crucially, no. There are absolutely no guaranteed results. Manifestation, really at any form, is highly personal. Outcomes can vary wildly from person to person. This is definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Right. Not a lottery ticket.
Not at all. If you go in expecting instant wealth or, lottery wins, you'll almost certainly be disappointed. At best, the program aims to help shift your mindset, your focus, not magically drop money into your lap without any effort from you.
And finally, the whole spiritual angle itself might not appeal to everyone, right?
Precisely. The spiritual angle may not resonate. That deep focus on Akashic records, chakra healing, cosmic consciousness, it can feel a little too out there for individuals who maybe prefer more grounded, empirical approaches to personal development or wealth building. It really depends on your personal belief system and how open you are to these kinds of concepts.
So pulling it all together, who is the Midas Manifestation System really best suited for? And conversely, who might find it less effective or just not their cup of tea?
I'd say it's probably ideal for open-minded individuals, people who are already interested in spirituality. Maybe they already know a bit about chakras, sound healing. If you're comfortable with concepts like energy, vibration, cosmic consciousness, you'll likely feel right at home with the language and ideas here.
Okay.
It's also, as we said, a really budget-friendly entry point if you're just curious about manifestation systems, but don't want to drop a lot of money up front.
But who is it not for?
Yeah, it's definitely not for the staunch skeptics or for those expecting instant guaranteed wealth or needing hard scientific data to back everything up. If you tend to roll your eyes at mystical claims or you're looking for a purely evidence-based financial program, this system probably won't be a good fit. It's much more about shifting mindset, improving focus, aligning your personal energy, less about a direct promise of external riches.
Okay, good distinction. And just to recap the practical details for anyone thinking, maybe I'll give it a try. What's the pricing again, and how does the purchase actually work?
Right, so the full digital package, all the audios, the handbook, the hypnosis bonus, the quick start guide, it's a one-time payment of $37.
Just $37.
Yep. All purchases are securely processed through a platform called Digistore24, and you get instant access to everything as soon as your payment goes through. So no waiting around.
And we really can't overstate that 60-day money-back guarantee, can we?
Absolutely not. It truly makes it a risk-free trial. If you use it for, say, 6 or 7 weeks, and you just don't feel any shifts, no improved focus, no increased motivation, no change in your perspective on abundance, you can simply request a full refund. It shows a certain level of confidence from the creator, I think.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? The Midas Manifestation System offers a structured approach to spiritual wealth, attraction, and mindset shifts. It's clearly not a magic bullet for instant riches, but it could be seen as a tool that maybe with consistent use and realistic expectations might help cultivate clarity, positivity, and perhaps a better alignment with your goals. Think of it maybe as a guide to help focus your internal energy. And perhaps, if you keep an open mind, unlock new ways of thinking or acting.
And this raises a really interesting kind of provocative thought. Vincent's story, these claims of suppressed knowledge, figures like Nikola Tesla famously saying, if you wish to understand the universe, think of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Right.
It all points towards this possibility, however speculative, that there might be ancient, powerful knowledge that's perhaps been intentionally kept from the mainstream. So the question becomes, what other secrets could be hidden out there? What opportunities, what personal growth might you unlock if you were to explore these kinds of principles, the ones that maybe challenge conventional wisdom and everyday thinking?
Definitely food for thought. So, if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and maybe you're ready to explore how sound, frequencies, and conscious alignment could potentially impact your life, you can try the Midas Manifestation System completely risk-free. You'll find a direct link to purchase it right there in the comment section below this recording. Remember, as with many things, the journey towards abundance, whatever that looks like for you, often begins with just having an open mind.